everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. I am so happy to have you here. We are doing a very kind of chill, laid back video. We're just playing with some new makeup that I'm excited about, and hopefully that maybe you're excited about too. I love watching these kinds of videos from other creators because I feel like, I don't know, like I have friends. I don't have a lot of friends in real life, and when I like come home and show my new makeup to my boyfriend, like he acts excited, but like I know he's not, you know, but like you guys are excited and I'm excited, so we can be excited together. And almost everything in this video is going to be drugstore or at least affordable. There's not a thing, I don't think, over $30. I think the most expensive item in here is $26, so pretty affordable overall across the board. And I think we have a full face. A lot of these things I have not talked about on my channel before. A couple of these things I've talked about maybe once or twice, so I have more like fuller, rounder thoughts on those products. But a lot of this is going to be first impressions, which I'm so excited about. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. The first product that we have in this video is brand new from r.e.m Beauty. This is the Dreamglow Highlight Serum. This is basically just like the permanent version of their Galinda Glow Drops, which I never tried. Look how cute this whole packaging is. Which I never tried the Galinda Glow Drops from the Wicked collection, but I heard really great things. The thing that kind of concerns me, I guess, about this product is they say it has like micro crystal-like pigments, which to me sounds like glitter. I hope it's not glitter. I don't know how much I'm gonna do 2 pumps. I think that's, I mean, it's gorgeous. Oh, okay, this is much thicker than I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be like a really thin kind of serum. It almost feels like kind of more of like a thicker gel type serum. Just put it all over the face. See how this goes. This feels a lot better than I thought it was gonna feel like. I don't know why I thought it was gonna feel just like glitter suspended in liquid. It doesn't. It feels actually really, really hydrating. It smells really fresh. I don't know, is there fragrance in here? Okay, there is a little bit of fragrance in here, but not overpowering. My skin looks really, really nice. There's no glitter. I was afraid that there was gonna be visible glitter. There's not. I'll get you nice and close so you can see. It's just added like a nice glow, not really any pigment, no glitter, thank God. But I am excited to play with this more because that felt really nice. It felt different than I thought. I really like this so far. I am excited to keep using this. Hopefully, wears well under my foundation. For foundation, we're gonna be going in with the NYX Buttermelt Glaze, a soft glow skin tint. I've talked about this a couple times. I'll link one of the videos above so you can watch my like first impression review kind of on it. I really like this, like a lot more than I thought I would. I'm not gonna lie, I did not have the highest of hopes for this skin tint. I just find like drugstore skin tint is not always, you know, where the heat is at. My favorite way to apply complexion recently has been rubbing it in mostly with my fingers and then just going over it with like a brush or a sponge after. It really helps to keep a lot of the coverage and also kind of melt it into the skin a little bit. So that's really been my go-to application for all, like just skin tints, foundations, kind of everything. That has been how I've been noticing I get the best application. And then I'll just take a sponge and just tap over to get out those fingerprints. But this has a really nice light coverage. It is truly just a tint, evens out the skin tone. It's not really covering anything on my skin. It just kind of perfects the look of my skin. Again, you can see every breakout through it. It's not a high coverage product by any means. And the color is like a perfect shade match for me. This is the lightest shade Whipped Butta, so if you are any paler than me, this unfortunately isn't gonna work for you. But it is very, very light coverage, so it might honestly still work for you. It just sits so beautifully on the skin. The skin just has such a nice healthy glow, really moisturizing, looks like skin. It is just, it's so stunning, so stunning. I was skeptical because again, drugstore skin tints and me don't always get along. Also, this is $16, which is pretty hefty for the drugstore, but I am pleasantly surprised. I do still wish at the drugstore it was a little bit cheaper, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, wish this was 12 bucks instead of 16. And it's sitting really well over that r.e.m primer. And honestly, this skin tint, I've never had an issue with layering anything underneath this or over top of this. It just works with everything. And this underneath it, like it's adding a little bit extra boost of a little bit of glow underneath it. Looks stunning. This is a really great combo. It looks nice, it's glowing, it looks healthy. It doesn't really even look like I'm wearing a complexion product, doesn't look like I'm wearing foundation, just looks like maybe I don't need foundation. It's just like, oh, is that her skin? Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. Now moving into concealer, this is the Essence Correct and Conceal. This is in the lightest shade Light 10, which I have been loving this. Loving this. It is $4.99. $4.99. and it just adds a really nice sheer wash of just brightness and color correction under the eyes. It is super duper sheer. It just offers like this veil of color correction, but also this little bit of brightness underneath the eyes, and it's a really thin formula as well. So I have no issues layering concealers over top of this if I have to, but even like this is gorgeous. Like I could leave the house like this. It's not too pigmented. It doesn't look like I just have a color corrector on. Reminds me formula wise a lot of the YSL Touche Eclat brightening pen, but this just has like a pink hue to it because it is a color corrector. The YSL does not have that, so this does show up a little bit more pink under the eyes, maybe a little bit more brightening, but formula wise really reminds me of the YSL. I don't find that I even need to set this with powder all the time because it is so thin and so lightweight under the eyes that I don't really have a problem with it settling into creases or, you know, breaking up. But I am gonna layer concealer over top of it today, so I am gonna be setting it. But this, oh my god, if you are looking for a good color corrector, any price point, like if you've been shopping at Sephora, don't. Like just go to the drugstore, get this. It is $4.99. And I swear it's the best color corrector I've ever used under my eyes. Like the best color corrector, eye brightener. The formula is perfect. I'm sorry that I'm pushing that so hard on you. It is just fantastic, and for $4.99. Okay, I'm done talking about it. It's a True Skin concealer. This is something that I have talked about many times. I do really enjoy this. Also, you guys haven't seen Lucille yet in this video, but she is around. She's been like running around behind me, but she has been having a little field day behind me. She just hasn't been up on the counter, but she's literally right there. Okay, now for like a bronzer, I have two options. One is this Essence contouring duo stick, and the other one is the LA Girl On Cloud 9 Bouncy Blush and Bronzer. I just have one thing to say about this. This is the shade Misty Mauve. So the blush in here is supposed to be a mauve, and my question is, in what universe is this mauve? Like this is borderline like a rosy terracotta. What do you mean mauve? Online it didn't look mauve either, but it looked like a very light pink. But one thing I thought was really funny about this is that LA Girl just came out with this, and Rare Beauty just announced that they are coming out with a bouncy blush in March. It's not even like a trendy thing on the market right now, is like those bouncy products. Like there's the MAC Glow Play blushes. I thought it was really funny that they both came out with bouncy formulas. I am really intrigued about this formula, so actually we might save the Essence contour stick for another day because I want to use this formula. I know I'm not going to use this blush, but I want to try this bronzer. It's not as like pressy as the MAC Glow Play or like Maybelline Dream Bouncy, but it's really soft. Oh wow, I really like that. It's like it kind of feels like it's gonna be cream to powder. Oh no, it's like, oh maybe, yeah. Oh, that's nice. It kind of sets down to this slight powdery sheen. Really thins out. Okay, I'm really excited about this now. I'm just gonna try and pick it up with my brush. Will it pick up? Yes. Okay, got some on the brush, and then I'm just gonna apply this like a normal bronzer. Picked up too much. It is reading very warm. In the pan it looked a little bit more cool toned. This is reading very warm, and I applied too much. Frick. Oh no. Blending. Just keep blending because that looks pretty. Ooh. Looks good though. Okay, what? This undertone is like looking a bit yellow maybe? Is this giving jaundice? I don't know how I feel about this color. I don't know. The formula is really fun, but I actually don't know about this shade. I don't know why I think looking at it closer is gonna help. I'm like, let's look at the shade. Looks the same as when I held the mirror here. You know what? I'm gonna trust the process. I'm gonna put on the rest of I'm gonna keep it on. I'm gonna put it on the other side, and I'm going to see how it looks with the rest of my makeup done, because maybe it just looks weird now. Do you think it looks weird? Like, am I crazy for thinking it looks weird, or like, is this a weird kind of shade? I do want to swatch and see what this mauve blush looks like though. It's not mauve. It like has a really powdery kind of feel to it. Okay, not mauve, but it's pulling a little bit pinker actually than I thought it would. But we have a different blush to try today, so we are not going to be putting this one on the face. Maybe another video I'll do that, maybe on TikTok. So for blush, we have the e.l.f. Camo Liquid Blush, which is not new, but in the shade of Bold Faced Lilac, which is new. It just looks like a really nice light purple with like maybe a slight shimmer in here, just like a little bit. And you know I already love this formula. I love the shade Suave Mauve, but I have been in a like light purple blush phase for a very long time. So when e.l.f. came out with one, I got a lot of comments about it. To try it, so let's test this bad boy out. It's gonna be a lot higher than I maybe wanted it at first, but that is gorgeous color, I mean. So it's not turning into like a full straight pink. A lot of purples, why I like them is because they will turn pink on me, whereas a lot of pinks will turn orange, so I tend to go for more purples, but this is really keeping the like lilac tone to it. That's so pretty. Also, I got a lot of questions about this blush compared to the Huda Beauty Ube Cream blush, and the Huda Beauty blushes are not really pigmented. The e.l.f. Camo blushes are very pigmented, but this is really like a lighter option, however still much more pigmented. The cheek is rosy. The cheek is rosy. I mean, the Camo blush formula is great regardless, we already knew that, but this color, they nailed it. But I will do a quick little color comparison for you. So this is the e.l.f. right there, and this is the Huda Beauty. So you can see this is like a lot lighter in tone than the e.l.f. And next to it, honestly, the e.l.f. kind of looks hot pink. I mean, they're both gorgeous. The e.l.f. will definitely work on more skin tones and for more people than the Huda. That is the last of the cream products off of the face. So now we're going to set, and I have the new About Face Curtain Call setting powder. This is in the shade Bow. I've heard people on TikTok say the shade Bow, like guys, it's called the Curtain Call setting powder. It goes with the Performer foundation. Halsey is an entertainer. She is a performer. The Curtain Call powder. What do you do to curtain? You take a bow. Like, it's not bow, it's bow. And I just see so many people saying the shade Bow, and I'm like, no, it's not bow, it's bow. I really feel like I'm the only person bothered by that, but I just needed to get that off of my chest. But I'm like, it's bow. Guys, come on, it's bow. But I do have the shade Bow. It is, I almost said bow. I personally really like the little net sifters like this. I know a lot of people hate them. I personally like them. The shade, however, you can probably see from here, it's a little bit yellow in tone and a little bit deeper for me. I will just set one half of my face with it so you can see. It just is like a smidgen too dark for my skin tone. So if you are any fairer than me, this powder is going to turn you orange because it turns me yellow. That being said, even though the shade doesn't work, the formula is really nice. It is extremely finely milled, very lightweight on the skin. My one big issue, and I'll insert pictures here as well, is that because it is a talc-free powder, the main powders used in here are mica and silica, which both tend to cause flashback, which you know is not the biggest issue if you're not doing flash photography, which I feel like most people are not. But if you are taking any sort of photos, any sort of special event where there's going to be a photographer, lots of flash photography going on, this powder I would probably skip for that, even though it does look like my skin looks so smooth, you see, but it did just like darken just a hair from my natural skin tone, even compared to my neck. It's just like a little bit of a hair darker. My skin tone is probably the lightest skin tone that could get away with this shade, but if you are any fairer than me, this is just, you're gonna be an orange Oompa Loompa, which is a shame because the powder is absolutely stunning. Like again, up close, personal. Gorgeous, like no powder with the powder, just so smooth on the skin as well. However, it is more expensive than it seems because again, it's a talc-free powder, so it's gonna be a little bit more expensive to formulate. I'll put down in the description box some price comparisons to other very popular powders, but on a price per gram basis, it's actually more expensive than like the Huda Beauty Easy Bake, which I feel like is the most popular powder on the market right now, because it is $21, which for like a higher end drugstore mid-range kind of brand is not bad. However, you only get 10 grams of product in here, so it's not big. So I do wish it came with more. However, I understand a more expensive formula and needing to keep the cost down, you would just give less product. I hope it's picking up on camera because my face is about a full shade darker than my chest. I don't know if that's gonna pick up on camera because in the monitor it looks fine, but like in my mirror, the look of this powder is great. It's not a heavy duty setting powder. Like by the end of the day, my makeup will settle a little bit, crease a little bit. Like it's not the end of the world. It's not a bad powder, but it's not for like special events or like a long day. I'm just gonna top my cheeks off with a little bit of powder, blush, and bronzer, the Essence Goldie Cassis blush and the Dibs Vanilla Latte Duet Baked Bronzer. These are not new. You've seen them before. I'm gonna do these off camera and I'll be right back. Okay, did some powder, blush, and bronzer, finished up the eyes, just a little mascara and some eyeshadow. Now let's move into the eyebrows. I have the new Maybelline Super Fluff Brow Mousse. I am a brow gel girl. I am a fiber brow gel or a tinted brow gel, but this is a mousse. And I made the mistake the first time that I applied this of applying it like a gel. Don't do that. This is a very pigmented. It will give a lot of fluff to your brows. My brows are naturally pretty full, so that's why I like a brow gel, just to like smooth, like kind of make the color the same all over while filling in those little sparse areas. And so I really just went, and don't do that. I got the fastest block brows I've ever given myself in my life. But I can really add pressure down at the tails because that's like where my brows are thinner. And look at the intensity of the tail of my brow versus like, this thing is no joke. If you have full brows, I maybe wouldn't recommend this, but if you have like very sparse brows and you really want to make your brows look very full, highly recommend this. If you want a bold brow, this is your girl. This is your girl, because look at that. This is not a brow product for the faint of heart. If you are really bad with a brow pencil, because I am also really bad with a brow pencil. I'm so bad with them. I don't know how to use, they turn out like block brows every time. I don't know. I have like the skinny little micro pencils too, just to like fill in those sparse areas. I can't do it. I don't know. I cannot function with a brow pencil. That's why I like gels. But if you have very sparse brows and you'd want something quick that's gonna give you very bold brows, the Maybelline Super Fluff. I have the shade, what shade do I have? I think I have deep brown is what it's called? Deep brown, yes. But it fills them in like no one's business. Like they're bold and they're done and they're fast. There is a difference between a brow mousse and a brow gel. I learned it the hard way. And now you shall learn it the easy way. Okay, I have too many lip products that I want to try. I have the Dibs Jam Jams, which I love, and you guys know that I love. I've talked about them in videos before. I just love them so much that I want to wear them every day. And I have been wearing them every day, like literally every single day. This is going to be the first time that I might use a different lip product that is not a Jam Jam. In the past, oh god, like 3 weeks, I'm not touching anything else. I'm only using these. I'll have my YouTube video where I showed you these up above, and I'll link TikToks down below so you can see these in action, because I just can't justify, oh, but I want to use them so bad. But I did buy this to use in this video. This is another from r.e.m Beauty. This is the Essential Drip Glossy Balm. I love a glossy balm, and I haven't tried the r.e.m Beauty ones. I liked the Rare Beauty Glossy Balm. And this is also a part of the dreamglow collection, like the primer. So this is the shade Cosmo, which just looks like a really nice milky pink that I'm very, very excited for. Should I line my lips? Also from Ariana Grande, I got a travel size of the new r.e.m Cherry Eclipse. It smells so yummy, so good. Like it's so sweet. If you like sweet scents, you'll love this. If you don't like sweet scents, stay so far away from this because it smells so good. It smells so sweet, so delicious. That hint of cherry, it's just so yummy. Like it brings me, it makes me happy. I was like really on the fence about buying it, but I was like, you know what? If something's gonna keep you on earth another day, it's worth the money, you know? I'm like in an Ariana Grande phase right now. Hold on, let me get a lip liner and then we'll talk. I'm just grabbing MAC Dervish. I feel like that's my go-to like pink lip liner. But what I was saying is I'm in like an Ariana Grande phase right now. I was never a huge, like I always knew of her. I'd heard her singles. I watched Victorious, you know, like I knew Ariana Grande, but I was never like an Arianator. Like I wasn't a stan. But then I saw the Wicked movie, which I literally have a theater degree. Like I went to like the top musical theater school in the country, and I've never seen Wicked. Don't know how it happened. But I saw the movie when it came out because I was like, everyone's talking about it, like I really want to go see it. Everyone's saying how good it is. I cried more during that movie than I ever have during like everything ever. I have not felt something from a movie in so long, like from a movie, a play, anything. I have not like viscerally felt the emotions of the characters, and Cynthia and Ariana in that movie were just so good. I cried like a baby. It made me feel so many things. I was so obsessed. I saw it twice in theaters, would have seen it more times, but I was like, movie tickets aren't cheap. I was like, wow, Ariana Grande is like really great, and like her singing is, I always knew she was a great singer, but then I went and listened to her albums and I was like, holy crap. And then like I saw her streaming numbers and I was like, oh, like I thought I was like discovering Ariana Grande. I was not. I did not discover Ariana Grande. She is like the most successful singer working right now. And I had already tried some things from r.e.m Beauty in the past. I really like the powder blushes, the Hypernova Satin Matte Powder Blushes. Those are my favorite powder blush formula in the world. So I bought those before I was an Ariana Grande fan. Like I just genuinely love those blushes. Then, you know, now that I'm in my Ariana phase, I was smelling her perfumes and I was like, these smell so good. Like I understand the hype now. So when Cherry Eclipse came out, I was like, this smells amazing. It makes me happy. I want it. And I got it. And I want it. I got it. I want it. I got it. Oh, that feels nice. Very flexible applicator. Like if you can see, like it is pretty flexible. That feels luxurious. That feels very, very cushiony. More cushiony than the Rare Beauty Glossy Bombs. And it is kind of a milky pink, but it's not a strong milky. Like you can see some of the milkiness catching on like the gross part of the inside of my lips, but it doesn't really feel like it's gonna settle really into the lines of my lips too much. This feels really nice. What's in here? Where's the box? Where are the ingredients? Vanillin, yup, it smells like vanilla. I totally get that. Jojoba seed oil, vitamin E, castor oil. Gloss, yes. bomb, yes, like my lips feel nourished. I really like that. I honestly might go get more colors. That is beautiful. And then the last thing could really make or break the makeup. This is the Essence Fix and Last Keep It Perfect Makeup Setting Spray with Hyaluron. So this is their hyaluronic acid, like hydrating setting spray, and I picked this one. They did send me 3, but I picked this one because it says hydrating but also film former. Protects your makeup from smudging and fading, gives a natural dewy finish with hyaluronic acid for all skin types. Great. This is the makeup before. A little bit of a soft glow coming from underneath the makeup, but the powder did a really great job of like smoothing things out. So we're matte but not flat. And now I guess let's just see how this goes. I shouldn't have done mascara. I hate doing setting spray after mascara. I always try and do it before, but okay, it's not the finest spray in the entire world by any means. It is still pretty nice, but it's not super fine. It's a little intense, but it's not like squirting at me. It's not as fine as something like the ColourPop setting spray or like the Pantene Miracle Rescue leave-in spray. That's such a random thing, but that is like the finest spray of anything ever. And it's a hair leave-in conditioner. I'll put a picture. If you've used it, you know how fine this spray is. Okay, no droplets. Makeup is not messed up. Maybe a slight little more glow than before, but maybe I'm just like, that's a placebo effect. Maybe I'm just like making myself see that. Let me know if you see a difference in the glow. If there is one, it's very minimal. Let's do a roundup of everything. So first thing, r.e.m. Highlight Glow Serum. What is this called? The Dream Glow Highlight Serum. This is the shade Aura. Love this. Really different. It's not as like light and thin as I thought it was going to be. It has a little bit more viscosity and a thickness to it, but I really like this. I like how it made my skin look. I like how it wears under the makeup. Love this. NYX Butter Glaze Skin Tint. Love this. So good. Very natural looking, light coverage. I genuinely don't have a bad thing to say about this. Next, Essence Correcting Conceal. Again, no bad things to say about this. Not a single bad thing to say about this. I'm obsessed with this. It is $4.99. The LA Girl on Cloud 9 Bouncy Blush and Bronzer. I think I need to keep playing with it. With the shades, the formula is really nice. It has a really light powdery dry down, but it is like that bouncy kind of creamy feel. But the shades, I'm not convinced about the shades. I need to keep playing with this. But right now it's like a soft no. e.l.f. Camel Blush in Bold Face Lilac. Love, obsessed. About Face Curtain Call Setting Powder. It's really nice. It makes the skin look beautiful. However, I just wish there was a lighter shade because it does oxidize on my skin tone a little bit, and it has a slight flashback, which I don't love. But if those things don't matter to you or don't apply to you, it is really nice. Just a tad bit expensive. Maybelline Super Fluff. I really, really like this. Will I repurchase it? I don't know, because I feel like I just always end up going back to like the e.l.f. Wow Brow or something like that. But it is very nice, very quick, very easy, very bold, okay? If you like a bold brow, this is for you. If you don't, it's not. The r.e.m. Beauty Glossy Bomb. Love this. Like, I just keep looking at it. It's so pretty. Gets a little bit stringy, maybe a little bit, but it feels so nice. And lastly, the Essence Fix and Last. It feels pretty nice. The mist is not the finest, but it does say with an improved pump, so I assume this is better than it was before. I never tried the old pump, but I will put an update down in the description box of how this wears, because obviously it's been on my face for like 5 minutes. And that is everything. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that maybe you got some nice reviews, saw some products that you wanted to maybe pick up, or maybe I talked you into or out of some products. Let me know down below. Also, if there's anything that I didn't talk about in this video that's new that you want to see, let me know, because maybe something's just not on my radar and I need it to be. And I want to know what your favorite thing from this video was. Mine was honestly probably maybe the r.e.m. highlight serum or the r.e.m. gloss. Both of these are fantastic. This is my second and third thing I've tried from r.e.m. Beauty, and I want to try so much more now. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here. Also, we just hit 1,000 subscribers. Yay. So thank you so much. I will see you in the next video. Bye.